What's in the box?
Shoe cubbies. This is something that has had no reviews. I stumbled upon it while searching, trying to find something that was better than the hang on the back of the door, readily available shoe organizers that are plastic and fabric and break within, I don't know, a couple months, honestly.
So this is a roll of the dice because nobody has reviewed it. We don't know really anything about it other than they're really heavy and packed solidly. And made of Chinesium. No, I mean it is made in China. We try and support local businesses, things made in the United States, but frankly, we could not find anything that fit what we needed at all that was made in the United States.
Our, excuse me, not master bedroom, master closet are all designed differently. There's not the same dimensions. Yep. And ours, with what we want to do in it, we can't do it because of the global supply shortage. You know, because we had that really nice system at our old house that we did, and that is no longer available right now. And quite frankly, I would like to have my master closet so I can have clothes put away. So what's we got? Do I need to go through that?
Lots of hardware.
Okay, you want to pull, I'll pull out all the hardware and I'll start looking at stuff.
Okay.
While you unbag
okay, so
things.
Bottom framework stuff is all metal. And
really?
numbered. So that actually...
Oh, is there, okay, hang on, I have the instructions here. Yes, everything is by numbers. Yeah, it's all by numbers, and then it tells me how many pieces you have for each one in here. Okay. Wow, there's like 3 pages worth of hardware. How difficult is this going to be?
Well, no, that's better than little bitty images like this big, though. So.
I know. Okay, so these are the safety straps.
I like that the safety straps actually have the part that mounts to the device and a part that mounts to the wall, and then it's actually hooked up with zip ties so that you can undo it and redo it without having to take tools in there. So that's cool.
They give you an extra so far on all of these.
That's good. I like seeing that.
Well, I know.
I'm just saying, I like seeing that.
17 to 12. There's one extra. What is this? Look at this. There's an itty bitty screwdriver. Maybe, or is that, or what kind of bit? What kind of bit is that? It's an itty bitty screwdriver. Can I have that back?
It's a tiny number 2 Phillips.
I wasn't sure if it was a Phillips or the hex, whatever, the hecht.
No, it's even marked with a PH2. I mean, this is a real screwdriver.
That's cool.
It's the real deal, just thimble sized.
Yeah, how cute.
All right, so that whole thing of I like putting stuff together with the tools supplied. Well, we go and assemble this thing with a micro screwdriver, even though I have jumbo hands.
So, we need, do I need to tell you the letters? Do I have to do that? That's going to be a lot of flipping. I need both of them are 11s, and we're going to put the feet of number 15 on there. So right here.
It goes to 11.
Yes. So
do you want me to be pulling these stickers off as we go?
Probably, so it don't look tacky. You want to hand me the other one and I'll do it, or are you going to do it all?
It don't matter. You can be my navigator.
Okay. I can do that. That's an easy job. Unless you're sailing, then it's not. And that's why they send you an extra.
That's why I don't work on boats.
Okay, so the camera battery died. I don't know exactly when it died. But
we'll figure it out in editing.
We will find out.
I'm chasing an alignment issue right now. So we put on this whole top.
That was number 3.
Yep, and then went to put on the sides, and one side, the holes for the screws that have to go all the way through lined up perfectly. The other side, it was like they weren't there. So I have experimented with it a little bit.
Have you figured it out?
And I know that the holes are actually physically there. That's the holes, but it has.
Is it through the metal, you think?
It has. No, the metal has the hole on both sides. It's just I mean,
is it not aligned?
All right, I know how I can get there.
Oh my gosh, look at that. That's crooked.
In my opinion, that's a major strike against this because the holes should line up and they do not. Now I would say to anyone if they had a right angle bit driver and the right bits for it, like my right angle bit driver is barely longer than this, but then you can ratchet it. That right there would be a great thing to put these together with. Again, we're going for the experience of the tools they gave us.
Okay, so you have to put them in with you have to align the top of number 17 at the back end of number 16 and turn it clockwise. So on the back of these, it's not a complete circle. Oh, you're using a little bitty screwdriver.
Oh yeah.
So babe, what's your thoughts on this so far?
Well, it definitely has that alignment issue for the bottom that I'm not very happy with, but a lot of the hardware seems pretty stout and some of the things are pretty good. And something that I really do like is that the back pieces are solid. So once I get this thing squared up and tighten them down, it's got something really, really rigid for triangulation rather than a lot of other bookcase style stuff where it's just the thin chipboard. That thin chipboard doesn't offer a ton of structural support.
True.
And so you look at the bookcases that we've gotten from IKEA or some other things that are like that, you're putting in a ton of nails all over all the edges trying to get enough connection points with a thin material to give you some triangulation versus an actual hard board that this gives you, which is pretty nice. It was a joke that it's the second one I've put together and it's harder.
Yeah, well.
Right.
So, how much do you think I spent for this?
$3.
I spent for both of them with shipping, which was free, $323.99.
Okay, that's tax shipping to the door, whatever.
Yep.
And whatever it takes to get to the door, $322 for two of them.
$324 for two of them.
That's not bad at all.
No. So what do you think of the construction? Do you think that's worth, what is that, half of that? 180, I think.
162.
162, 180 with the without the coupon. So, you think it's worth, I guess, $200?
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those that I don't think anything at all is worth the amount of money that they charge for it these days, because it's just how I am. But when it comes to value in the market, you know, this compared to what else is in the market,
yeah.
I think it's actually a pretty good deal. We're gonna have to see how these survive over time because they're floating on these edges.
That is one thing I was surprised at. I thought that they weren't floating based on what the photo showed.
Yep.
But I'm gonna be honest, this is way better material than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was gonna be particle board or MDF board.
And then of course there's the other thing of me.
Putting your big shoes in there.
And
well, they're gonna go down there.
So it's one of those where it's possible that for boots or whatever that a shelf would need to come out or something like that.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that you can do.
That you can double height it that way.
Yeah, that's one of the things that they said that you can do is you can remove one and make it taller.
But bye.
There you go.
Fold up the boot, so it's one of those where it'll hold one shoe.
Well, one of yours. Not everybody has ginormous feet like you do.
You could put a couple of flip flops, a couple of sandals, stuff like that. If you had little bitty people feet, you could probably put multiples in there. But
I like it. I think it's good. Like I said, I thought that the center wasn't floating, but it doesn't surprise me that it is because most are that way anyways. But like I said, I'm surprised at the quality and how dense the actual frame is, and then of course the metal for the stand. And
even if we ended up not using these dividers because we wanted to use it for something else or something like that, I mean this frame is actually pretty substantial. All right, so we need to move this over so we got room to be able to do the second one. So help me slide her over. All right, right about there ought to do. And I say we could have one assembled and on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, and so now we have the second one built, which you see they're not lined up perfectly because I don't have them leveled with each other right now.
This one's on the styrofoam still.
That one's on styrofoam. This one's on the other feet. A couple of notes real quick on it. One, when I was putting this one together, I went ahead and got a real screwdriver out because each of those little cam locks, they needed to be tightened a little bit more than I actually could do with that little one. So I would suggest pull out a real screwdriver when you're doing it just so you can get a little better torque and not beat up your fingers. The other thing is I did go ahead and get my little ratcheting piece. It made it go a whole lot quicker. While I could do it with the regular little Allen wrench, doing it with one of these made it to where I could easily and quickly do it without having to manipulate the pieces so much. Throwing this one together, 41 minutes. Okay. I do want to actually apologize throughout this video. I know that there's probably been a wide variety of a lot of audio. She's waiting on her new camera that was supposed to have already been delivered. I'm actually going to step out here because I'm just a floating head behind there really. She's waiting on her new camera that's supposed to be delivered, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on with that.
And then my mic died.
And her mic died and all kinds of other stuff on it. So anyway.
So, I mean, that's great. I'm happy with them. So, I mean, I think they look good. I think they'll look good in our closet.
Yep.
And then, we'll have other stuff with another video of all the other things we have to change.
Yep.
Okay. That's it. That's a wrap.
Alright, so now I gotta clean up a lot. This is a mess. And then I'm gonna make the robot clean up.